I have a very important and urgent message for you today. Although this has come from a very reliable source whom I trust 100%, as we all know, nothing is absolutely 100% certain. But as they say, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. I'm not trying to spread any panic among people, but I feel it is my duty to pass on any information that could possibly either save lives or help people to be better prepared for what might happen in the near future. Okay, here's my information. I have it on good authority that as from the 23rd of August, the country is going to be shut down entirely. Apparently this state of shutdown is going to be maintained until Cyril Ramaphosa steps down as president. The plan is that all municipal workers will either stay away from work or will be prevented from doing their work. All factory workers, all Eskom workers, all shopping centre workers, etc., will also be prevented from going to work. All the main road arteries will be blocked and all travel as well as transport of goods will be prevented again. There are plans once again to burn trucks on the road. The most concerning bit of information that I got was that they aim to somehow acquire 100 firearms per day in all areas. Whether this means targeting the police and SANDF for their weapons or targeting private households that they know have firearms, or both, we don't know. But if this is their aim, they could literally acquire thousands of firearms between now and then, or between now and the 23rd. This indicates that violence is planned, and by the fact that they are planning on acquiring firearms, the violence, if it does happen, is going to be on a level we have not seen before. So what implications does this have for you at home? If this plan is implemented and enforced, there will be no municipal workers on duty anywhere, or at best, very few. This means that we will inevitably have no refuse removal for as long as the shutdown continues. We can also expect that there will be no or very few staff at any of the water purification plants, which means that we could face a situation where we have no water supply to our homes for an extended period of time. This also naturally applies to the electricity supply. Remember that in many cases, the municipal employees, the Eskom employees, etc., will be a part of this shutdown/protests and could easily end up sabotaging the places where they work. I'm sure that once again shopping centres will be targeted, so don't expect to be able to nip down to the grocery store while all this is going on. Now, of course, if this was all that was going to happen, we could handle it for quite a while, I suppose. But as we all know, these things always lead to an escalation in violence, and as we have learned recently, the levels of violence and criminality have risen to new levels lately. We can expect these levels to rise even more during this period. So what should you be doing to prepare for this? Firstly, you need to make sure that you have enough food and water in the house to last you at least a month. We have no idea how long the situation could carry on. Just like I advised you in my last recording, make sure that you are armed to the best of your ability. If you do not own a firearm, make sure that you have alternative means of protecting yourself. Think outside of the box. Make sure that your house is scattered with potential weapons all over. Remember that the police are most probably going to be one of the first targets of these mobs and will certainly not be able to offer you and I any protection at all. Not that they are capable at the best of times. For those of you who are looking for an alternative to stocking up on masses of dry foods at a huge weight penalty, I have a possible solution for you: freeze-dried meals. I've come across a local company that produces freeze-dried meals for camping, hiking, etc. I thought that these pre-prepared meals would be ideal for us to be stocking in our emergency bag or crate. A freeze-dried meal for 2 people literally weighs under 80 grams. I contacted them and managed to get them to send me a few samples, which I tried last week. I had a lamb dish as well as a chicken dish. Preparing them was as simple as emptying the contents of the bag into a pot, adding the right amount of water, letting it sit for 10 minutes, and then warming it up. There's absolutely no need to cook the food, you just warm it up enough to eat it. I found them both to be absolutely delicious with great, rich color and aroma. I couldn't cook a meal as good myself. The great thing about the freeze-dried foods is its weight. I could literally carry an entire month's supply of food in a small backpack the size of, or even smaller than, a standard laptop bag. Each meal bag has a shelf life of a year, but I'm sure that it would last a lot longer than that. The product is professionally packaged and labeled with precise instructions. I highly recommend them as an alternative to huge quantities of dry foods such as pasta, rice, etc. If you would like to check them out and possibly order some for yourself, I'll put a link in the description of this recording. You will not be disappointed in the quality of the product, I guarantee it. Getting back to this information, as I said, it is not my intention to cause panic, but we all saw what happened in KZN a few weeks ago. They were totally unprepared for it, and it showed. I am giving you fair warning now. Prepare yourself and your home as best you can today. Who knows? The date might be out a week or two either way. Just prepare, please. If my information turns out to be wrong, and I hope it does, then we have lost nothing. If it turns out that this information was good and you haven't done what you can to prepare, there is only one person to blame, and that is yourself. What we saw in KZN a few weeks ago was only a sample of what is to come, my friends. This is Africa, and there is absolutely no reason that we shouldn't end up just like every other African country. Please remember to like and share this on as many social media platforms as possible. It's the only way that my message gets out there. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I have to ask, why not? You have absolutely nothing to lose. If you would like to make a contribution to my channel, in the description field I have given ways in which local as well as international listeners can make a contribution. If you'd like to make a crypto contribution, also in the description field I have placed a Bitcoin as well as an Ethereum wallet address. If you would like to contribute any other cryptos, simply shoot me an email to the email address also supplied in the description field, and I will send you the relevant wallet address. I also have a Zapper account, so if you would like to make a contribution via Zapper, simply pause the video now and scan the Zapper code. Any and all contributions will be welcome and greatly appreciated. To those amazing people who do contribute to my channel, I say a huge thank you. You have no idea how much it is appreciated. Until next time, be safe out there.